Is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Some technical difficulties this morning, but we're here. We're live. We are at the Hollywood Beach Marriott, I believe, is where we're at. Sorry for being late this morning. It is your boy Stephen D. We are chilling. I leave tonight, but where the hotel where I was staying at was down the road. Their internet was shoddy, so I came to where the Hollywood Beach Marriott was at, where a lot of the Dolphin fans stayed this weekend. And figured, I will hang out with y'all. I'm about to have a special guest come up here and hang out with me and open up the show with me here in a few. Whenever you want to come in, you can. Take your time. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Angelo.
Oh, man.
What's up, man?
Steven, I needed that dip in the pool real quick.
You did.
It was a long weekend.
It was a very long weekend. So before we talk about the game, I just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hopefully everything looks good, sounds good. We're by the beach. We're trying to have therapy today after the loss that we had yesterday. Tough game.
Well, I'm going to have to be quiet because I'm having a hard time with yesterday's game. Just refereeing. I mean, I know there was some penalties, but this seems like it was a little lopsided. This just can't make me believe that the Dolphins were the only ones on the field undisciplined yesterday.
That is true, and we'll get into all that. But before we do, let's recap the weekend. So for those of you who don't know, Mark Angelo is the godfather of the Dolphins. I've deemed him that. He did not deem himself that.
I accept it and love that.
You do. You can wear the headphones if you want. It's up to you. I know you're. That way you can hear me.
I didn't want to get them wet.
You're fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
All right, awesome. So he put fan club week. Actually, the Dolphins were the first one to put fan club the weekend back together years ago. When they decided to stop doing it, or at least putting it on, you and Scott Howell took over and have been doing this now for what, 10 years?
Well, since 2016 was the first year the Dolphins, since they created it in 14. So they did it 14 and 15, and then in 16, Scott and I were like talking to each other, like, hey, I haven't heard from the Dolphins about fan club weekend this year. And so we reached out to someone in Miami, and they said, well, it's actually going to be discontinued. But if you and Scott wanted to, do something that weekend, we could work with you on some things. And so Scott and I, we just planted a seed. And
how many people came to the first one?
Oh man, the first one that the Dolphins did, I want to say there was 240.
Okay.
And then the same, it's been right around that number the whole time, 240. Biggest one was 18. We had 248. 17 was huge because we had a big bunch of Raider fans join our crew. So we actually had like 470 tickets total, but it wasn't all Miami Dolphin fans. But it was a great weekend with the Raider fans. That was back when they were
Raider fans are really, really good. A lot of people don't know that. They think the black hole's all bad, but they're really, really good fans.
Absolutely, man. That was passionate, just like some of the guys in the deep end, obviously. They sitting there in the direct sun for the entire game, no matter what's going on the field. That's how the black hole was, So I love it, man. I just love all football fans that respect other fans, and we have a good time together.
We do. So you guys took this over a few years back, and this thing has grown into its own, excuse the lack of a better term, monster over the last couple of years. You guys, people usually come in Thursday or Friday night. Everybody kind of does their own thing, but we all still end up like this weekend. We all hung up at Margaritaville here on Hollywood Beach. They were not ready for us at all.
Some of us weren't ready for us. So yeah, it was hard for them. We showed up with 100 people or so, I think.
I think there was 100 plus.
Yeah.
Did you see the photo I posted on Facebook of you? Where's Waldo? So Ryan, who I've been from the Valley Fanatics, he goes, dude, why did you post that photo when Mark wasn't even in it? I was like, you know what? That's the point of the picture. Good job.
And I'll tell you what, I was in it, but I was looking off at a camera that wasn't there.
And you were at the bottom. You weren't in the crowd.
No, I was looking off at someone else holding a camera that wasn't trying to get our whole group. So yeah, that's where I was at. Like I said, I wasn't ready for us that night.
No, he wasn't ready. He's like, why'd you post that? I was like, he's in it. Just go look. That's the point of the picture.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect.
Dude, it was great. So we did that on Friday night. And we usually do Lulu's Bait Shack. But I think this was closer to the hotel this time. And shout out to Lulu's Bait Shack. They're great. We love them.
They are great.
But Margarita, I don't know what we'll do next year, but we did that on Friday. And then Saturday, normally the meet and greet is like 6 or 7, but we decided to move it up a couple of hours early this year, which, by the way, I think was the best bet.
I think it was easier for us to get our spot and get planted in there so we couldn't be overtaken. And man, we overtook that whole back patio. They had to open up that center room, their sushi bar or whatever that was. They had to open that up for us too. So yeah, we might have to reserve the entire back patio before we even start planning next year.
Well, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say 400 people there. There had to have been at least 350 plus. I think Ryan is sitting here motioning that there was more than that.
Yeah, I was going to say 300 plus, but again, it was hard for me to tell. I was behind the desk the whole time.
I know we were back off in that corner, and it was funny because some people were coming up after. I didn't know you were here, dude. I'm up at the front doing a podcast live, and it was great because we had a lot of amazing people come out. So one of the things that you guys decided to do this year was raise money for the Jason Taylor Foundation. So explain the Jason Taylor Foundation and why you guys decided to make that the place you guys raised money for this year.
So I got a shout out to Scott Howell. He's from the Atlanta Miami Dolphins fan club, and fan club weekend doesn't happen without him. And he handles all that stuff. So I'm leaving a lot of details out here, but Scott reached out to Seth.
Seth Levitt. By the way, we love you, Seth. If you're watching, you're amazing.
And I was completely out of the loop there. Scott is a far better, I don't know if a negotiator is a word or just he's good. He's
amazing.
He is an awesome relationship guy. So yeah, Scott handled that, and obviously once he told me his ideas, I was like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And he just went from there, and unfortunately Taylor was out of the area for the weekend, with his son's he was either at a Suns game or he was at the Miami Hurricane game. I don't know for sure, but he was at one of those two things.
We missed
out
you,
of the
buddy.
area. Yeah, it would have been awesome to have him here, but he did give our group a video shout out, and we're working with him in the future as well. So
yeah,
Scott set something up with them that's going to be our designated charity for the
foreseeable future.
Yep.
Well, one of the cool things about it was Troy Drayton and Sean Wooden came out last night, some former Miami Dolphins. Troy's affiliated with Jason Taylor's foundation doing career in sports, which we're gonna figure some stuff out behind closed doors because there's a lot of opportunities there with the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network and career in sports, and hopefully something will come of that. But those two guys are absolutely amazing. Like, they're just they're very fan. Sean will sit there. He was at Margaritaville with us Friday night.
Yeah, no, Sean is a fan of the Miami Dolphins, and he is a fan of the fan.
Yeah.
He's, like I said, every time I speak with him, he's just one of the guys. He treats us like we're one of the guys in the locker room. He treats us amazing. So shout out to Sean Wooden as well.
He was awesome, man. And then, we had 1 million fans there from all over the world, man. We'll kind of break it down a little step by step. We have the UK guys who are here all week, by the way, and will be throwing their own party down the block a few ways
2 blocks
Saturday.
Down. I can crawl home from their party. I'm probably going to have to.
I will be 2 blocks. I'm in between where I was and where I'm at. So next Saturday, I feel like we should do this again next Saturday.
I don't see why not.
We're at the bash.
We're here all week too. So whenever you're here,
I fly out tonight at like 8:30, and then I fly back Friday night.
Yeah, well, it sounds like Saturday and Sunday morning could be here too, since we're a night game.
We're a night game, bro.
I mean, we gotta figure something cool out.
We'll figure it out.
Amazing.
This is great. People in the chat. Hello to everybody in the chat. Hello. Thank you all for watching. Hit the like button. They said our setup looks amazing, by the way. The backdrop with you know what? You know who figured this out? So I was stressing this morning because I was like, there's no way we're gonna start on time, and we didn't. But I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And Mark's like, just come to the Marriott. We'll be fine.
Listen, Steve's being modest. It was his idea, and I said, just come over here and we're gonna make it happen. We got 40 something rooms here. They can't say no.
And they didn't. They were like, just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And it is a nice setup here. Lance McDonald said, yeah, it's fire. Chef Shu says, shout out to Danny Johnson for being recipient of the salute of the game. Shout out to you. Danny TPP was here. We had a good time with them. There was just so many things that were going. There were so many little things that kind of culminated into one thing, right?
And that's, I'm glad you said that, Stephen, because, you know, everyone gives Scott and I a bunch of credit, and thank you for that. But it doesn't happen without everybody's input and everyone's, you know, everyone helped get a family of 4 from New York down here that they have 2 disabled children. And that, on top of the whole thing we did for Jason Taylor Foundation, a family of 4 came down here that probably wouldn't have been able to come down and enjoy the game and weekend with all of us without us chipping in together and making that happen. So
it's a beautiful
it's
thing.
Everything. It's everybody.
It's a beautiful thing. And one person in particular we need to shout out, Cameron Scott from East 32 Dolphins Tailgate, who the Tail Greeter pregame show, the best pregame show out there in the land, and who Cameron's a big person here at Miami Sports Music. Without him, we wouldn't be where we are today. But he put on an amazing tailgate this week, and it was a fire tailgate.
Thankful for Scott again for finding Cameron. They knew each other from previous experiences, and when Fan Club Weekend started in 14 and 15, the Atlanta Dolphin Club, they actually tailgated with Cameron, and we tailgated in the East 12 lot. And I didn't even know who Cameron was the first 2 years, and then Scott said, "Dude, you gotta come down here." In 2016, and I came and met them, and 2017 Fan Club Weekend started being down there. You know, East 12's amazing tailgate, but they were more of a local thing, and it was just too much for them to try and feed 200 people on top of doing their weekly routine. So we just moved right down aisle 209 to the East 32 tailgate.
We love East 12, by the way. They're absolutely amazing. Man. East 12 is awesome.
That whole aisle is from start to from the very first
stripe, everybody over there, all the super fans, you know, Dolph Freaky, my sister from another mister, just all the people that are over there, they're all amazing. And so it just makes that row 209 just awesome to be a part of.
From start to finish, yeah. As soon as you turn on to it and until you're off of it, going across to the yellow lot, it's amazing.
I know, I love it. All right, so that happened this weekend. Minnesota fans were really good this weekend.
Yeah, they were fun to be around, but it wasn't so fun to hear their skull.
Their little skull clap. Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
And we asked a lot of them leaving what that meant, and we never got a clear answer of what skull
because they don't even know what that means, Mark. They have no idea what that means. None.
I wasn't gonna say it. We were trying to figure it out. And I think we figured it's either like our form of cheers today or hello or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but
all right. So a lot of people that watched weren't here this weekend, and their only dose of it was seeing what they saw on the pregame show and Fan Club Weekend, which is great. But they get a lot of their stuff from watching the game. That's how they, which is part of the reasons we became fans, right?
That's how we all became friends and fans. Yeah, we were all linked by the Miami Dolphins and the NFL.
Let's talk about it, man. This game yesterday. I'll give you my thoughts. So here's my thoughts of yesterday's game. So number one, the atmosphere I thought was really, really good there in the beginning, and I was excited. I think the vibe in from the fans was, you know what, Skylar's going to do whatever he's going to do. We're going to take this for what it is, and we're going to be okay with whatever the outcome may be. Then the game happens, and then we realize, at least in my opinion, Ryan and I, or not Ryan, Jamie Bahamas, who was here earlier, and I have been debating this, that I believe that the Miami Dolphins were the better team on the field yesterday, from top to bottom, with the exception of the scorecard or the score. Okay, we threw for over 400 yards with 2 quarterbacks combined.
Wow, I didn't realize
that. Teddy, and what's funny is Teddy looked like crap, in my opinion.
Man.
Okay, Teddy did not play anywhere near the way I wanted him to play. I thought we had a chance to establish the run game a little bit more. We didn't utilize it as well as we thought we could have. The offensive line played horrible. And we still threw for 400 yards with that, by the way.
I'm giving that to Tyreek, man.
Well, that's what I'm sure. Jalen and Tyreek both had 100+ yards. I'm trying to remember how many yards Tyreek had. I think it was like
170.
Yeah, 170 plus. Waddle had like 120 plus.
And he would have had more. Oh.
He got hurt.
No, he
well,
I don't want to bring it up, but it's what do you call it again? We're getting over the loss. But yeah, Waddle fumbles, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny about that? So, we'll get into. All right. So let me hold on. Pause that thought because I want to get into that. So all these things happen. All these things are, and we have 3 points at halftime, right? And I'm just like, I'm pissed. We have 3 points at halftime. We're a better team than they are. Why in the world do we only have 3 points, right? And penalties, right? We had that one drive, and to your point a little bit ago, the referees called 6 straight penalties on one drive when we were charging down the field.
The game was so different between Skylar being in there and Teddy being in there, and Skylar. I said it all week. He was going to be much improved because he had a full week of training with, the ones, the real team.
Mm-hmm.
I figured he was going to be a lot better. And, man, he came out impressive. I mean, he was under pressure. He'd scramble out, complete a pass or throw it away. Just smart moves, man. I was impressed with Skylar's second game out, and it was really unfortunate to not see him finish.
You could tell that Skylar was reading his progressions, the mistakes he was making. I was like, that's a rookie quarterback mistakes. I'm okay with that. Let him play the whole game. Let's see how he goes. And then he gets out of and it's funny because I got a text. I was sitting in Club Lib with Jamie. I get a text saying, hey, Teddy is warming, or Teddy's on the field. It's Teddy time. That's what he wrote. It's Teddy time. And I'm like, what? What happened? Skylar went to the back. I'm like, we lost a third straight game starting quarterback out.
So does that mean
third straight game?
We're on our 5th string now, or
well, we're still on our third.
So I don't know what string are we on.
It was so bad, right? And so now it was funny because the entire weekend people are like, well, what we're gonna do is Skylar's gonna get a full week of practice with the one, so he's not. That went out the window. Teddy didn't practice at all virtually.
But at least he had practice in the past with the number ones, and not a lot. I don't mean to bash on Teddy because.
I'm here to bash on him today. I'm not gonna lie.
He hasn't had a lot of time to practice with the number ones either, to be honest. So,
but
the game was 100% different.
You pay a quarterback $10 million to be a backup because they can come in at a moment's notice. They don't need that. They're there for the purpose of that. If they need to come in at last second, they're going to be able to hold the offense together and potentially win your game. They're not starter material. They're people that can come in at a moment's notice.
Agreed.
Teddy's not that guy. No. And I'll do you one better. We're watching the game. 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Teddy throws a 5 or 6 yard slant pass. That was Teddy's best throw of the game. I said, that's his best throw of the game, 11 minutes into the fourth quarter. That's his best throw. And it still didn't result in anything. And I said, because he was throwing behind the receivers the entire day.
I said that all day.
The entire day he was throwing behind the wide receivers. Imagine if he led Tyreek and Jalen on some passes. We would have had touchdowns in the first quarter.
Well, we wouldn't have had that one interception either. That was very, very questionable interception. I mean, to me, the ball hit the ground. Yes, his hands were underneath it, but when the ball in his hands hit the ground, the ball popped out of his hands. That's because it hit the ground. So I feel that was a blown call. And I know Mike wasn't going to throw the red flag because they were inside 2 minutes. It was already reviewed. It would have been a waste.
Now, look, I know people are in here saying, man, y'all are being unfair to Teddy. I'm not being unfair to him. The man threw 3 interceptions, Ryan. What were the stats on him? 3 interceptions? 2 interceptions?
Again, one of them was very questionable. But the other one, again, man, you throw the ball in the middle of the field, you're risking, if it's not caught, you're risking interception.
And the reason that he had 300+ passing yards is the yards after catch from Tyreek and Jalen.
Absolutely.
So I get why. Look, people are pissed. I'm pissed. Yeah, We've lost 3 straight games. By the way, our fourth quarter team, worst in the NFL. Worst fourth quarter team in the NFL right now. And we had a game where we came back 21 points and won the game, or 28 points and won the game.
Yeah.
And we still have the worst fourth quarter team in the NFL. They just, I don't know what happens. And what pisses me off even more is we had a chance to win this game. Like, we were there, we were in it. And I personally believe we were the better team. I don't want to hear that Kirk. As bad as I'm bashing Teddy Bridgewater, he was the best quarterback on the field yesterday.
I can't even agree with that. I love the Miami Dolphins. Support any quarterback that gets down there behind the center.
Kirk Cousins didn't play well.
Yeah, he's playing a pretty nasty D.
Look, I'm telling you right now, and I do not like Teddy.
He got touched.
Teddy was better than Kirk Cousins yesterday.
I disagree.
And that's fine. You're fair to your opinion. I mean, Kirk Cousins did not impress me by looking at him at all the entire day. He did not.
He didn't impress me. I'm with you. He didn't impress me either. But he threw a couple touchdowns that he needed to throw.
So that's where he's better than Teddy, right? He's a game manager. He doesn't throw the mistakes that he needs unless it's prime time. Kirk Cousins, prime time. Kirk Cousins, it is.
And look, to be fair to Teddy, he needs more time to get in a routine with the team, and he's not going to get that because Tua's coming back this week, thankfully, and hopefully our offensive line can protect Tua and he can finish off the season and we can go back to what we was doing with him, 3-0.
Well, some people in the chat are very mad at me. They're not impressed with my opinions. That's fine. You don't have to be. I love all of you.
So you're agreeing with me then? Is that what they're saying or no?
They're agreeing with you. They're not agreeing with me, I think. I don't know, but I know they're not happy with my points of view. Good morning. Does this team Dolphins look like they're ready for prime time?
Tua's coming back, yes. I remember the Baltimore Ravens game last year.
We're better than Pittsburgh.
Absolutely.
We're way better. And we're better than our 3-3 record. And that's what sucks even more about this, right? We're 3-3. We're in last place. We're 3 games behind first because Kansas City couldn't take care of business last night, which pissed me off even more. And every team in the AFC East won except for us yesterday. The Jets won, the Patriots won, and the Bills.
Yeah, we're turning into the NFC East. No one's losing. We need Tua back so that we can. It's going to be an NFC East and AFC East that are competing in the Super Bowl this year, maybe.
So 2 things I want to say. I've said this on the show before. Good teams find a way to win. We have not done that.
Okay. We did early with Tua.
We did.
So we're a good team with Tua, I think.
So if Tua comes back next week, and as long barring he stays healthy, we're not only are we a playoff team, I think we're a contending team.
Tua comes in. I love the way Skyler looked. Listen, man, when Skyler came in and he was playing the way he was playing, I said we're winning this game, and then Teddy came in and was like, oh gosh. I wanted to believe. Well,
let me ask you a question. If Tua comes in next week, throws for 4 or 5 touchdowns, we win the game, we blow out Pittsburgh, is it that Pittsburgh's a horrible team, or is it this is what this team is with Tua?
I'm not saying Pittsburgh's a horrible team. I like their defense and I love their running back. Don't know their quarterback yet, but no, they're not a horrible team. But yeah, we're better. We're better than Pittsburgh. Absolutely.
All right, somebody donated $5 to the channel. Till Dog said, all of these weapons with no offensive line, yet we roll up a whole bunch of yards but can't score. Make this make sense.
Hey, someone just donated $5. Look, I think I have 10 NorCal Dolphin patches in my backpack.
Okay.
The next 9 people, including the guy who donated his 5. The next 9, if there's 9,
yeah,
I'm gonna send all the patches home with Steven, and he can get everyone a patch. Unless you're here in Miami, and I'll just hand it to you.
You heard that, folks. Next 9 people who donate to the channel,
$5 or more,
$5 or more, will get a free NorCal patch. Dolphins NorCal patch.
I got one on my backpack. I'll go grab it in a minute and show you.
I love it. There we go. Look, the power of positivity. Let's see here. I'm trying to read what people are saying. Well, all right. So let me ask you this, Mark. You talk to a lot of fans. We have the pulse of a lot of fans. This fan base is hurt right now. They're pissed. It causes a lot of division within the fan base. What do fans need? Like we could say, oh, we need to focus on the positive or whatever, but we've lost 3 straight games. Do you blame fans that are like just super pissed off about it?
No way, man. I'm a fan, and Like you heard me, and I said I didn't believe yesterday once Teddy came in the game. Uh, I'm still a fan. I'm still rooting, and whenever they were on the field, I can barely talk today. I was yelling defense, and that's another Miami Dolphins first down. And I mean, I never gave up hope, but I just didn't believe in Teddy. So no, if someone, I just wish people would be more accepting of others' opinions, because none of us truly know everything, especially what's going on behind the scenes. So. I just try to be accepting of other people's opinions about the team and about specific players or whatever.
Chef Zhu says, I was telling fans yesterday that the first 6 games remind me of 2013 Philbin and 2019 Adam Gase over and over again, starting 3-0 and going 3-3. Enough is enough.
It's funny. I didn't say this, but I can't remember what play it was, but someone turned to me and said, "Did Adam Gase come back?" I can't remember. I can't remember what play it was. But we were all scratching our head.
All right, we're going to drop the link in here if you guys want to get on and come talk to us. And it is therapy. We'll bring on one at a time. Mark is chilling here. You can do whatever you want. If you want to hang out and listen, or you want to go and enjoy the pool, or do whatever. This is you. I'm not taking away from your vacation, man. You're chilling.
That being said, if y'all are looking and I wind up missing, I'm in the pool. I'll chill right here until Ryan wants to jump on here or something.
All right, I just dropped the link in here for the people and the peeplets. Hopefully somebody wants to copy that so that I don't have to keep on doing. I don't have 2 screens up, so I just have this screen up. So,
and it's in the sun, so it's kind of hard to see.
It is. I'm like going like this into it and doing it. All right, first person we're going to bring on is my man Rashad. Good morning, Rashad. How are you?
Morning. A lot better after that loss. I'll tell you that much.
It was rough, man. It was rough.
I wasn't too upset. As you know, I predicted we would lose. I'm not too shocked about it. I like the way the team performed outside of the offensive line and somewhat the quarterback play. But the defense showed up until the one big run and a couple of pick plays. The wide receivers showed up. Gesicki showed up. The running game
Gesicki showed up big yesterday. 2 touchdowns, man. He looked good. Having said that, I don't think they were using Gesicki in the traditional Mike McDaniel offense either, though. They were using him in a wide receiver setup. He wasn't in a lot of tight end positions yesterday. He was standing up a lot.
Catching him in the crowd, catching him out of the crowd. So,
which is where
solid.
He succeeds.
He's solid, man. The Dolphins can't let go. Call him a tight end, call him a receiver, call him whatever you want. He catches the ball when it's thrown to him.
I don't think he's here next year, but we got to use him this season. We have to because he's a problem.
So let me ask you, what did you think about Teddy Bridgewater yesterday and the Skylar Thompson situation?
Teddy's definitely the backup, I'll tell you that much. Skylar, he got some growing pains to go through. I mean, you see the talent.
Yeah.
It's just you see more experienced defenses.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving at a different speed than he is. It's taking him 6 seconds. He got to buy time just to get through a play. He's not stepping up into the pocket. He's rolling out.
You don't have a pocket.
Right, exactly.
He performed extremely well for a third string, 1 week of practice.
Yeah.
Team guy.
I give him that.
I give him a lot of credit for yesterday's performance. I was so hurt when he was out of the game.
I feel like what I think is without those penalties, he's sacked probably 2 more times. The one where Connor went upfield early, that was a heartbreaker, but he made the right decisions is what I was seeing. It wasn't too many tight windows, too many contested. It was open players and he was hitting them on the money.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
And we don't have and here's the other so let me just say these are comments that I read. People are upset because they feel, I don't know if they're justified comments or not, but they're like, this is a less undisciplined team with McDaniel because there's so many penalties.
You can't argue that, Steven. There's a lot of penalties.
I mean, that's true.
And like Rashad said,
we were very disciplined.
or like Rashad said coming in, he disappointed with the offensive line, and a lot of those penalties were from the offensive line. So,
all right. Anything else before I let you go, Rashad?
Nope. Y'all have a blessed day.
I love you, brother. Be good, man.
Yes, sir.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. We're live here in Hollywood Beach at the Marriott. We're just chilling on the beach. I got Mark Angelo here with me, co-hosting with me a little bit this morning. I got some other Dolphin fans that are here, and we're just hanging out. We're poolside. Obviously, the beach and the background's behind us, and we're talking about this is Therapy Monday, so this is air it out. You know,
what better place to air it out? Right next to a pool, so you start getting hot because you think about the Dolphins game yesterday. You just jump in the pool, and you start, if you need to be more salty, you go into the ocean.
All right, let me bring on the next person, the man who was actually at the tailgate this weekend, Lewis. Man, good morning, Lewis. How are you?
What's going on? Good morning, fellas. How are you guys?
Good morning, man. Before you get into the game, man, it was fun seeing you yesterday, man. I had a blast with you yesterday, and you did such a great job replacing Bonjo on the street. You were so good, man. I enjoyed having you yesterday.
Well, listen, Stephen, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do it, man. Anything we can all do, I think we all try to help out. So if that's what I needed to do, that's what I needed to do, man. That's all
You're
it
the
is.
man, brother. I love you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
100%.
Give me your thoughts, man. What are you feeling, man? The floor is yours.
I feel like you, Stephen, I was one of the guys big on Brian Flores, right?
Yeah.
And I just feel like this fan base kind of threw Flores under the bus because he might, he rubbed people the wrong way in the building, and I get it. I'm not making no excuses for the man. But when Brian Flores was here, those penalties that everybody's talking about, we didn't have those. We weren't getting 11, 12 penalties a game because he was starch on that. Like what we seen yesterday, that was a Brian Flores game plan. That was a defense. Give Boyer credit, but again, we were promised a great offense. We were hired 5, 6 offensive line coaches. We brought in a $30 million wide receiver and stuff. Bro, when I look at it, the New England game, we had 13 points offensively. Cincinnati, we had 15 points offensively. The Jets, we had 17. Yesterday, we had 16. Bro, we're not getting where's our explosive offense? Where's the innovator and stuff? Again, it's a small sample size, and I'm not asking or calling for the man's job. But I do believe that this falls on coaching more than anything. I don't think Teddy played that bad. Maybe he's a little shaky when he came in. But in the second half, listen, at the end of the day, Teddy gave us an opportunity to win. Right? He was driving. Jalen Waddle, I'm not going to blame.
You're right.
Right. I'm not going to say that Teddy Bridgewater lost us a game. He was setting up, putting a drive together to where Jalen Waddle, if he doesn't fumble, maybe we get in, maybe we take the lead. Who knows? I just believe that coaching has to be a lot better because if we're going to be fans and we were going to toss Flores under the bus, again, it's a small sample size for me. It's only 6 games, but I'm starting to question if Coach McDaniel can. I'll ask you guys. What has he shown y'all? Are y'all impressed with Coach McDaniel so far? Or the coaching staff in general?
Look, I was impressed the first 3 weeks. Absolutely, I was impressed. They never gave up, and no matter what, they're a young team still, so they're going to have the bend, hopefully no breaks times, and the injury bug, is hitting us this year. And then how do you find that rhythm when you're on your third starting quarterback after week 5? So I don't know. I'm not gonna throw Mike under the bus. I think, some of those penalties yesterday are coaching, I believe, illegal procedure, and what was the other one? Definitely coaching. Definitely coaching needs some improvement, but injury bug. I'm not gonna put the injuries on McDaniel. It's not his fault that he's lost 2 of his quarterbacks. That the team was practicing together and looking good together the first 3 weeks. So I'll see what happens after Tua comes back, man. This is hope that we get back to that 3-0 type of never give up, and we're still in this game. No matter, even if you're down by 21 in the 4th, you're still in this game.
Right.
Let's just hope we get back on that.
And I hear you, Mark. And I, again, just seeing you yesterday, knowing you were the fan of the year, just seeing you, man. I want to thank you. You do great work. in California and what you do for the community. But I'll ask you, Mark, just real quick before I get out of here. Like, even with Tua, because that's a lot of the narrative that I hear, right? Even with Tua, we only scored 13 points offensively. He was in the game. Bro, I was at the Buffalo game. Like, to be honest, he only scored 21 points there. Besides the fourth quarter in Baltimore, which again in the fourth quarter we were losing 35-14. Like, bro, we've only had one good quarter. And that's with Tua. Like, we were all excited as fans. I get it. We're 3-0 and we're excited. I was picking us to go to the Super Bowl when we were 3-0. But at the same time, like, we make it seem like, oh, if Tua's here, we're just no, we've seen the same thing. We're moving the ball, but again, yardage and moving the ball doesn't win games. What wins games in the league is scoring points. And whether we like it or not, we're averaging like 20 points a game. That's what we averaged last year with no Tyreek Hill. With no running backs that we brought, with not Connor Williams and Terron Armstead on the field. Like, I don't know, man. It's getting questionable with me.
I'm thinking if we got some quarterback rhythm, if we can keep the same quarterback in place for 3-4 weeks, or hopefully the rest of the year, I think we're going to go back to seeing that team effort. And yeah, we're not scoring a ton of points, but the defense, when they're on point, we don't really have to, but yeah, it'd be nice to see that 24-31 every week.
I apologize. I was like trying to get people the link, but I think that we will see that with Tua back because we saw it already with him. Why won't we see, like, there's no reason to not see it again? Because here's the other thing too, even with all the decimated injuries we've had with Armstrong or with Armstead not playing, whoever, but I still think this team yesterday with Bridgewater. Okay, not that I thought Bridgewater could do it. I'm just saying with him playing, I was thinking to myself, man, if we had a quarterback that could complete this or just make, things, but, happen or whatever the case is, I'm like, this team has all the weapons it needs to score 30-plus points a game. Every Sunday.
Skyler impressed me.
Every Sunday.
Skyler really looked.
Skyler did look good. I'm not going to lie to you.
Quarter.
Hey, Lewis, man, I love you, brother. We got a lot of people in the back room. I want to make sure I bring them on. Thank you so much for being here this weekend and helping me out. And you coming next Sunday?
I will be in the building, Steven.
All right, man.
I'm not missing it in the world.
Hang out next weekend, Lewis.
Next Saturday, man, we're throwing a big beach bash here, like 2 blocks away. If you can, get a place here in Hollywood Beach, we'd love to see you next Saturday night, man.
Yeah. I work Saturdays, and then by the time I'm,
I think you're getting sick, man. It looks like you're getting sick to me. You might be coming down with something next Saturday. That's what that sounds like.
Hold on, Steven. Yeah, I heard it, Steven. I hear it. Hey, I love you guys, man. I love you guys. Man, brother. Good.
All right, no problem. Bye-bye. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. We just had a $10 donation from Frost. That is, said shout out to Stephen D and Mark Angelo and Paris Love for the experience of a lifetime. I'll never forget this weekend for the rest of my life. Win, lose, or draw, it's fins up for life from Dolphin Winters.
I thank goodness that Paris Love was out here this week.
Yeah.
I know we had some stuff going on recently, so good to see you out here this weekend, Paris.
Definitely. All right, let's go to the next person here. We got Color Commentary, who, again, was helping out this weekend. Color, first, before we get into anything, I just want to say thank you, man, so much for hosting a little bit this weekend and hanging out. We love having you on. You're part of the Fins family, man. What's up, buddy?
Not much, man, and appreciate you doing all you do, setting up there every week, man. It's really fun to join it. And I think I got a chance real quick to fist bump Mark while I was passing by. He may not remember. That goofy, skinny guy, that in the orange hat.
There's a lot of goofy, skinny guys at the ball games, buddy.
Now, and obviously, I mean, we're all disappointed. I really, it would have been nice. I guess the only thing I'm going to say about the game at this point, because I'm obviously going to still have a couple days to speak on it, given the channel and all that. And I do have a lot to say about all issues, and I agree with a lot of what Lewis said. But that aside, I'm wondering how the discussion would be this morning about Teddy, given his stat line. If you were to just look at the stat line alone, I'm wondering how this discussion would be today if the defense would have had one of those days where they got a score. And because that would have been that could have been the difference in the ball game. And right now we would be talking about a 329-yard passing performance, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, one of which was probably not even an interception. And we look at the other quarterback on the other side, and something that was interesting was they posted a stat during the game up on the big screen, right around the third quarter sometime, that said that we were getting 12.9 yards per reception, and the Vikings were getting 7. To walk out of that stadium a loser yesterday is inexcusable, and in my opinion. Now, putting all that aside, I wanted to just come up here and toot my own horn, bro. Everybody's really impressed with Noah. Everybody liked that performance.
All right, so pause for 1 second. Let me just state this.
Obviously, relatively speaking, of course.
Okay. I'm saying this, I'm admitting on my channel, okay, to everybody who's watching. Noah Igbenogany had a good football game yesterday.
And let's not forget he was covering Adam Thielen.
And I think he shut down Adam Thielen for the most part yesterday. I was very impressed. I never thought I'd see that type of a game out of him. He stepped up when he needed to step up, and I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead, and even though
how about this? I don't know if that was Noah, but whoever was playing in Noah's jersey yesterday, Pats.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the W, even though the pick 6 didn't happen. I'm gonna go ahead and take the W for that prediction. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm not mad at you, Crypto, because that's one person I've been bashing for 3 weeks on end. Let alone,
I do recall myself yesterday in the melee that was the Miami Sports Music broadcast. I did predict that Noah would have a pick 6.
Rashad just said, just real quick, he said with his $5 donation, he said Dolphins are 6 in offense this year and were 25 last year and averaged 20 points per game after not scoring 20 in the last 3 games versus 20 points last year. I don't know if that
just tells you that there's a lot of lack of offense across the league right now. That's a very interesting stat.
That is. Thank you, Rashad, for your $5 donation.
Thanks.
Remember, if you donate $5 or more and you're the first 10 people, you will get a
NorCal Dolphin patch.
All right, Color, anything else before I let you go, man?
Nope. Other than that, my upset of the week this week was Pittsburgh, so I'll take credit for that too.
I don't want to admit this, but mine was actually the Jets. Oh God,
you had the Jets winning. I did. There's no way I saw that coming yesterday.
None. Their defense is good, man.
I also did pick the Patriots to beat the Browns. Because I think that we all are getting reminded right now that it only takes a retooling in 1 year of Cam Newton to shove in their fans' faces for Belichick to get his stuff back on track.
Well, let me tell you, Billy Zappi in New England is considered the savior, and they love him there.
Wow. Anyway, you guys have a great day. It was nice meeting you, Mark. I appreciate all you do for the fans over in your neck of the woods. And by the way, everybody, I'm pretty sure Mark goes like that all year round, and it's probably not as crazy to see in North Cal than or SoCal, right? You're in Southern Cal?
I'm up north, like you thought.
North, right. Well, either case, it's probably not as odd a thing to see a guy like that walking around over in that neck of the woods than it is over here. So, but
yeah, probably not. There's a lot of color. There's a lot of color in Northern California.
But the fact that it's the right colors is really cool, man. So appreciate it, man. Appreciate all you do over there, bro. And likewise, Stephen D. You both have a great day.
Love you, Color. Be good, buddy. All right, Miami Sports Music's number. This is fun, right? Like this is very therapeutic, man.
I'm feeling better already.
I know. That's why Therapy Monday is one of my I want Victory Monday. That's the show I really want. But Therapy Mondays can be good too. All right, let me bring on the next guest we have here. My man partied this weekend. He is one of the original OGs of the show. I love him. And he definitely goes hard in the paint. And that man is Mr. Andrevius. What's up, Andrevius?
I just want to first and foremost, I want to say I had a good time this weekend. I met you, Mark. You gave me a hat. Thanks for that.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came up here to defend Teddy Bridgewater. I feel like y'all are being very unfair to this guy. Very unfair. He started rough, and I was shaking my head when he first came into. But as the game went on, he settled down and he was playing well. And I feel like y'all just beating him up for those first couple series. And I know we don't like to just go by box scores. Check the box score. The offense was freaking moving the ball, even with Teddy. We just didn't finish drives because of turnovers and penalties. The same issue we were having with Skylar Thompson. Did Skylar Thompson deliver points?
Well, again, dude, 6 penalties in a row, one drive. He was driving.
I don't put that on.
Did Skylar Thompson score points for us? And this is not a knock on Skylar Thompson. I felt like he was moving the ball too. But like I said, penalties and turnovers killed us, not the quarterback play.
Man, I can't agree with that, Andrevius. He got sacked by holding on to the ball too long, just too many times, man. So I'm putting that on Teddy. But again, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I know he didn't practice with the team this week, and he couldn't even touch a field till Thursday. So, again, man, there's a lot of different things to look into other than just the stat book on this team right now. I think it's not going to be – look, I predicted 3-2 coming in to Fan Club weekend, and that's what we were. We were 3-2.
Okay. What did Teddy do that was so bad? I need y'all to get specific with me because I'm just not understanding. Get specific with me.
He was behind the receivers almost all day. He had a couple that were on point, but he was.
Skylar had a couple of those too.
We're not talking about him right now, and I agree with you. He did. But Teddy held on to the ball too long. When he was under pressure, he didn't run from it. Skylar looked great under pressure. Look, the team didn't magically stop protecting the quarterback when Teddy came in. It was just a different game, and the only thing that was different was Teddy came in. So, look, I'm not trying to beat him up. I love all Dolphins, man. Whether they are the problem or not, I still love them because they're a Dolphin. But man, I call it how I see it. And I was there, and I was like, man, this game is not the same as it was 4 minutes ago with Skylar in it.
People in the comment section screaming Skylar's a rookie. Y'all know that man's 137 years old. I ain't trying to hear it.
Oldest rookie ever in the NFL. True story.
He's an NFL rookie.
He is.
Look, there's nothing like the NFL, not the CFL, not
the XFL,
the Arena League. There's nothing like the NFL. It's the best of the best of the best.
Hey, Andrevius, real quick before I let you go, man, how was the tailgate in the pregame party this weekend? You enjoyed yourself, man, huh? You were having a good time this weekend, Andrevius.
I saw him.
You there? Andrevius left. He just walked off.
He didn't like my answer.
He didn't like your answer. We love Andrevius. He knows that. All right, let's go to the next person. I got Zeph, a.k.a. Fanatic. What's up, Fanatic? How you doing, brother?
What's happening, Stephen D? That's one of the first times I'm on the show. I wanted to show some love. I listen in every morning, so it's really good to get on, man. I wanted to catch you guys yesterday. I didn't get in time at the stadium to catch you guys, but thank you for Therapy Monday. We all need it. I'm much better, and just listen to Andrevius and everybody that's on the show, actually. I kind of disagree because I was disappointed in Teddy coming in early, but putting some things into context, I noticed he did settle in by the fourth and looked like he was getting into a rhythm. And man, that Waddle thing, man, that was hurtful. I'm not mad at Waddle, it happens, but that was hurtful. To fight, because we were fighting, we still had a fighting chance, and it looked like that was it. That was the end of the fight. But no, Teddy he struggled early though, man. He did. He struggled early. I was looking at all the passes. They were behind the players. So he left. That's hitting yards. That was not, taken advantage of. So just excited that Tua's coming back next week. It looked like we'll have Armstead. I don't know what's going on with Byron. I want Byron back so bad because I feel like we'll be able to see our defense.
Well, I don't know if some of you noticed, but Nick Needham tore his Achilles yesterday. He's out for the year.
Yeah, I saw that. That play. I didn't know. Looking at it live, I didn't know if he broke his ankle. Yeah, I was like, dang. I knew.
I know he was on the field, but just being in the stands, we didn't see a replay. I was like, I don't know what happened to him. I was like,
And
I
you
don't
know,
know what happened.
they had a bunch of injury updates on the big screen, and not once did I see Skyler on there. So I was wondering what had happened to him. Once
Yeah, I was
he,
looking for him. I
Well, I
was
saw
looking for him
Skyler
too.
come back in the second half with pads on, and I'm like, was he good enough to come back yesterday? And they just said, screw it, we're going with Teddy.
That's
no
what I
way.
kept saying. I kept saying the
I'm
same thing.
interested to know if that was the case.
Man, I can't see them not putting Skyler back in there after how he looked in the first.
No, well,
If
did
you-
you
if
guys catch y'all catch the press conference, or you didn't catch Mike McDaniel?
No,
When
I
he's
didn't. We
Mike,
haven't listened to the press
yeah,
conference.
I caught it. I caught it on the way back. He said it was under no circumstance he could have came back in because he couldn't grip the ball.
Yeah, I heard he got a big cut on
And
him.
yeah, TD said I was listening to TD while I was in, and he was saying that they saw blood pretty bad. So I think it kind of split open. I hope he didn't tear any ligaments. But yeah, he said he couldn't grip the ball. So that's when I understood, okay,
Wonderful.
he couldn't come back in.
Again, these are things you can't put on Mike.
These are freak injuries
Yeah, you
too.
can't put that on.
I know, man. It's been tough. It's tough.
We need spotters. We need spotters for finger injuries too. You know, like
Yeah.
Right.
And I just kind of got in right when we started those penalties right before that drive. Was all those penalties legit? Because I couldn't make out.
So Cameron says that they weren't. Or no, Cameron said that they were. Cameron said that they were, but
ticky tack.
But he also said that they weren't called both ways. Like it wasn't like Minnesota was getting.
Yeah, it wasn't early.
Like I opened the show with, I said I had a hard time believing we were the only undisciplined team out there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy. All right, man. Any final thing you want to say before we let you go?
Yeah, I'm just big fan of the show, man. Support and love you guys. I'm gonna give me a little bit. Let me get settled. I'm driving. I'm gonna donate to the channel, man. Listen, I got love. I love what you do, Stevie D. I really do. I honor you,
I really appreciate
and TD
that.
and Doug, man. You guys listen. From a true diehard fan, I love what you guys do. I do support it. I will donate to the channel later. Listen, I want to say this to the fan base, being that we got an audience listening. We're gonna go on the run here. We finna go on about a 5-6. I feel it. We're gonna go on a run. I'm gonna check back here when you get. I think so. Once Tua get back, it's just something about Tua. I don't know. I support the kid. I think he got what it takes. He got to not hold on to the ball. That's it for real. And other than that, and they protect him for the most part. This team plays with a different energy and drive and focus when he in the lineup. So I look forward to that. And let's go Dolphins, man. Love you guys. You guys take it easy, all right? And I'll catch you soon. It's just a day off. I took the day off, so I was able to get on. I listen in. So I wanted to get on real quick and say hey to everybody. And listen, man, we got this. Just stay encouraged, guys. When Tua get back, I think the team would just play a lot better with a different energy and drive.
We're going to kill it, man. It's going to be good stuff.
Yep.
I agree with what he said 100%.
Love you, brother. Be good, man.
Love you too. Oh, and I'm Adriel. So when you see the donation come across, that's me.
What is it? Say it one more time.
Adriel Heat.
All right. Sounds good. Adriel Heat. Love you, brother. Be good, man.
All right.
Make sure
All right, you too. Y'all guys take it easy, man.
I'm leaving a patch with them. So you make sure you stay in contact with them.
All right. Let me bring on the next guest, Miss Finns, who was at the game this weekend hanging out with us. We love Miss Finns. Good morning, Miss Finns. How are you?
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Steven. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. The number one morning show and the number one Miami fan morning show. We're on together right now.
Yep, exactly.
What's up, baby girl? How you doing?
Good. As you can see, I have like almost no voice. I was yelling so hard at these refs. My God, the first 5 minutes of this game.
You and Mark
My
both.
God, I was dying. It was just
Miss
incredible.
Finns, did you hear the chant that the crowd was chanting?
Refs, you suck.
Oh yeah,
refs,
I know. I was part of that.
Yeah, we all were.
I think that's where I lost my voice right there. I think that's
it was so bad. My God, it was so bad. But I am gonna say that I'm very happy. The two guys that I wanted to see perform, they did. Obviously, my guy Mike is sexy. With the two tutties. Yep. And then Noah, man, I'm telling you, and I keep telling people, I gotta remind people, he's 22 years old. He should have got drafted this year. He's still, in my eyes, a rookie. We gotta give him a chance to develop. He can't develop if he's not playing.
Correct.
And guess what? He did really great. He's my defensive player of the game, in my opinion, because of what he was able to do. And Thielen, mind you, I mean, he's one of the top producing players in the league, easily. So the fact that he was able to do that and really contain him,
I
very,
was
very,
impressed with
very
Noah.
happy.
I was very impressed with Noah.
Exactly. That
If Noah
hey,
could do that every week, Noah would be like he would be such an asset to this team if he did that every week.
absolutely. If he got the opportunity to do it, and now with Nick McMillan being
Well, he got
out,
an opportunity, which leaves me. You will get another one. I'm okay with him getting another opportunity.
I think he will. I mean, we have no. Who else do we have, man? Keon Crossan is hurt. Cater Kohu is hurt. Everybody's hurt.
I'm surprised that Cater didn't dress yesterday. I was like, what? Just a lot of
Yep.
people in our secondary just down. And you know what I want this week from McDaniel and the team? I want some answers about Byron Jones. I need to know what is up with him. Give me some real answers about him. That's what I want to know.
Yeah. About who? Wait.
Byron.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think he's just needs
Nobody
to get
does
game
because
day
they're
ready.
being
I
quiet
think he
about it.
needs to
And it
get
pisses me
game
off.
day ready. Maybe he probably needs to get game day ready, and
Well,
they're just
buddy,
waiting
you've
for him to
had
do it.
4 weeks plus another additional 2. You were eligible to come back and play the last 2 games. So you need to tell me what's up. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's gonna
all
be
right.
crazy.
Any final thing before we let you go, Miss Fins?
Yep. Mark, I gotta ask you, what did you think overall of Gesicki? Because everybody knows that's my guy. What do you think of his performance?
I love Mike Gesicki. I'm not going to go as far as calling Mike sexy, but I can see what you're talking about.
I love it.
But I'll tell you what, man, I don't care what you call him. Call him a tight end, call him a wide receiver. I call him on 3rd and long because I know he's going to catch the ball. I don't care if he's covered by 3-2. He's coming down with the ball, and then he's going to jump right up and just, first down.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
First
down.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
that's look. He had a great game, and there you said he's got to be on the field to have a great game. So Noah had to be on the field to have a great game. He was there. I was happy with Xavier Howard in the first half. I didn't really see him in the second half per se, but that first half he was on his game.
He was. All right.
Yeah,
anything else before we let you go, Miss Fins? If
No.
you guys want to see an earlier morning show than mine, Miss Fins has it weekdays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. All right, 8 a.m. Sorry.
Yep, 8 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, guys. Catch me, Miss Finn, the Miss Finn Show. Thank you, Stephen, for having me. Mark, again, so great to see you again. I love the hair, love the beard. And honestly, here's to winning next week. Are you here next week for the game or no?
We're both going to be here. We're going to the Riptide on Saturday. It's going to be
Saturday. There's a big beach bash at called the Riptide Hotel on Hollywood Beach.
Fins Nation UK.
And Fins Nation UK are thrown in. I think it starts at 4 or 5 p.m. So
yeah, I think Gary Gremlaw is the guy.
Actually, no, that might start at noon now that I think about it.
Look, it's Martin Lydon and all them. It's probably going to start at 3 a.m.
Oh, that's probably true.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for having me, guys. Have a great day.
I love you.
Fins up.
Be good. All right. A couple more people here. Mr. Bonjo, Mr. Clanging and Banging himself. Good morning, Bonjo.
Good morning, Stephen.
Hello, man. We missed you this weekend. We're doing imaginary weights.
You didn't miss me. You were there replacing me left and right.
Well, hey, look, Lewis did a damn good job. I'm just going to say that. He did a really good job.
I mean, he was all right.
He was all right.
All right.
Yeah, all right. That's my brother, but he was all right.
What did you you missed a great weekend, man. We really missed you, by the way. We wish you were here.
Yeah, man. It's just stuff got crazy at my job. They let go of 2 people, and the issue rolls downhill.
We rely on you because you're so dependable. So your job did the same thing. I get it. I understand it.
It all rolls downhill into a bucket, Steven. Somebody got to clean out the bucket.
All right, man. Tell me what your thoughts were for this weekend.
At this point, Mark, you're a great guy. Everybody's a great guy, but I am up to this. I'm up to here of hearing if, shoulda, coulda, maybe, if Tua was in. Guess what, people? He's not. Again, I said this over and over again. He is not here. All right. So exactly, it's part of the game. He has to be available. I'm so sick and tired. It is so Dolphin of us to say if, shoulda. Well, maybe, man. If we would have, I've had it up to here, Stephen. I don't want to hear it no more. I'm done hearing if. Because say the truth, Here's an if.
Let me ask
Here's
you.
an if. Hold on,
just to
Steven. Let me
clarify,
finish.
Are you fed up as a fan of the Dolphins, just like every year in and year out? Or are you fed up
Yes.
with?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
We're always saying if, should have, could have. Then we have a franchise quarterback. He's peaking. He gets injured again.
That's part
Whether
of
it's
his
his fault or
game.
not, again, he's
His-
still
that's part of
getting
his game
injured.
at this point now. Yeah.
Then, to make it worse, his backup, injury prone. The rookie that we got is injury prone. I've had it up to here with ifs and could have. Give me something that is just fixed and solid for once. I just want something solid. That's all I want. That's all I'm begging for. Give me something that could go 17 games. Anything. Anyone, just let me see 17
I'm not mad at
games.
you. Look, I get your frustration. I understand your frustration. And I just want to clarify with you, buddy. Look, to say the cliche saying you can only control what you control. I mean, we know that we don't control anything as fans, but from a fan standpoint, just understand like a lot of freak things have happened this year. Like that too.
Why? It's always freak stuff's happening to us, Steven. Why us? Why us?
Well,
at some point, there's got to be something
you want
that we're not looking at.
Theories. Our stadium was built on a Indian burial ground. I'm just saying,
Steven, how many stadiums are in the United States?
I mean,
the Miami Marlins actually won 2 championships in that stadium, so I just can't agree with
you. Don't you know what? That's interesting.
Thank you, Mark.
Built for
Thank
football.
you. Yeah. Thank you, Mark. I don't listen. No, Steven. Native Americans were all over the U.S. I'm pretty sure they had more than one burial ground. There are 32 other NFL stadiums out there. I'm pretty sure there's one other that's built on the Indian burial ground that nobody knows about. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Stop it.
I'm just saying. Look, I don't know, man. I do agree. I'm sick of losing.
And on top of that, we're saying now we're back to if Armstead was healthy. Guess what? We bought him broken. Okay, we knew what we were getting with him. Yeah, we knew.
Discounted? Was he a discount?
Yes, exactly. We knew he was that BMW with 100,000 miles. Okay. All right. So going down the line, Noah, he flashed for us, and that's a good thing. I'll take that. I'll take it. Mike McDaniel, I don't know what to think about this guy anymore. I don't. That press conference afterwards, when he saw sometimes it feels like it's out of your control. I almost lost it when I heard that. You as a coach, you don't say that. You say we have to clean it up. You say sometimes it just feels like it's out of your control. And, the penalties and, it just feels like it just snowballs and it's out of your control. What are you talking about? You are the coach of the team. You don't sit there and say it feel like it's out of your control. Steven, stop texting.
I'm not a coach or anyone that understands the deep parts of NFL, but I think what he was saying there was it wasn't being called the same on both sides.
You just say that. Then just say it. Call the refs out.
You can't say, well, man, you say that. And then guess what happens the next 10 weeks if you start calling the refs out? And there's certain things you can't say, man.
You scared of a little fine? Oh my gosh, they're gonna fine you, man. Stephen Ross got that money. He'll pay that ref.
Yeah, they're gonna fine you. But them referees are gonna have a meeting before the game, and if there's anything on the fence here, we're calling.
F that. Call out the refs. Coaches do it all the time. All the great players do it all the time.
He did call them out. He did do that. He did. My take on his comment was he said the game was out of control because the refs were calling every penalty that they could, but they weren't calling it. Look, you can call a penalty on almost every play.
Yeah, Connor Williams. We said that he's going to clean up this penalty issue when he moved to center. Now he's getting penalties to going down the field. What are we doing?
I agree. Yesterday's loss was a little bit coaching. Yeah, the illegal formation.
Twice.
Maybe 3. It was not pleasant, man. Yesterday was not pleasant.
All right, Miami. We got 3 more guests to come up, and then we're probably going to wrap up the show.
Steven, last final comment for me.
Yeah.
Let's stop blaming the NFL. Let's stop blaming everything else. Let's look at internally, and we need to fix it. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Exactly. Fix it.
It is getting
If
our
it's
starting quarterback back.
Yes.
listen,
will be
tell the
back
truth,
next
Mark.
week.
Tell the truth, Mark. If Tua is out there, I don't know if he would have survived that game the way they were getting pummeled. Our quarterbacks were getting pummeled.
Like you said already, we can't play the if game. We don't know, but Tua ain't in there, but he will be in there this Sunday. And guess what? If the Dolphins come out there and railroad the Steelers, then I'm going to say we're back on track. I'm going to say we're back on track, and then that will answer what you were saying. What is the problem here? Well, to me, it was having the same quarterback on the field every week. That is humongous.
Yep.
Timing is off. That was my bitch about. So I'll do the swear jar. So that was my bitch about Teddy. Is that he was not on time. He was not on time with his receivers. He was behind his receivers a lot. Now, is that
facts?
He's not a great quarterback, or is he just not in sync with his receivers because he just hasn't had the time to do it? I don't know
He's
the
not
answer.
synchronized with them boys. He's not synchronized with those guys. Come on.
Like I said, is that because he hasn't had the time with them, or because he's not a great quarterback? I don't know the answer yet, but I'm hoping we can get in sync with one quarterback on the field the rest of this year, and let's hope it's Tua, and he can shred that score, and he can shed the injury prone by the end of the season because he played the rest of the year. That's all we can hope for, man.
Hey,
all right, man.
Bonjo, we miss you. We love you. You're the man, brother.
Hey, if I pumped iron like Vaughn, I'd have some guns like him. So,
hey, Vaughn, do you have permits for those guns?
Nah, son, we raw dog out here. Pause.
Get out of here, bro. I love you, man. All right. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. We got a new member, Steven Bravo, became a YouTube member of the channel. Shout out to Steven. All right, we got 3 people left, and I'm going to let all these 3 people come on, and then I think we're going to wrap up the show. I appreciate you ghosting with me the whole morning, man. You didn't have to do that. You're the man.
I feel like I've just been sitting here talking once in a while, and a couple of people have agreed with me.
Well,
is that co-hosting?
That's co-hosting. You got it.
Yeah.
See how easy this is sometimes? All right, let me bring on the man who's about to hop on a plane, my brother from another mother, Crypto. What's up, Crypto? Crypto, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Hey.
Yep.
Hey, I had to get on the plane in a couple of minutes, but hey, I enjoyed my time out there. Enjoyed meeting you, Mike. Good enjoyed meeting you. You know, like earlier, there was some things said. You know, my gaslighting alarm went off because there was a bit of gaslighting going on here. You know what happens when that goes off. But about the offense, let's not fool everybody. It's about points scored. Our point score was 17th in points scored. We're not 6th. So whoever was throwing that up there, it's not about total offensive yards. It's about getting the ball in the end zone. We're 17th right now, and that's what matters. We can't go off. We can't go living off the fumes of one out of body experience in the fourth quarter of one game and think that's the norm. A lot of teams are going to be looking at film on us, and they're going to be preparing because this is a copycat league. They're not going to allow what happened in Baltimore to be the norm on us. So we're going to have to make adjustments. So we just got to get used to it.
Do you think we were the better football team yesterday?
Yeah, we're the better football team all the time on paper, but once you play the game within that 3-hour window, it don't matter.
Yesterday, do you think we were the better football team? Yes or no?
Yesterday?
With Skylar, yes.
No, with I would put that caveat with Skylar. Yes, yeah, I believe Mike. I agree with Mike.
We had a chance
to a certain degree with Teddy. Yeah, I agree. Okay, Steven. With Teddy.
I don't like Teddy. I thought he played like trash. I don't think he's worth the $10 million. I'm just telling you, I think we were the better all-around football team yesterday. The stats prove it. Go look at the stat card. Go look at passing yards, rushing yards, all that crap. Go look at completion.
But then again, once again, Steven, you fall into that trap. But you got to remember, it's not about that.
Rushing, and I think that was it.
I agree with you. It's not about stats. Not a stat.
It's not about. Right, but you got to remember because you once again you're starting to give the Buffalo Bills ammunition. They beat us in every stat, but then we beat them on the field on the scoreboard. That's all that matters.
I agree, but so let me tell you. So this is where I feel, Mark and Crypto, because I think we were the better team on the football field, I have much more excitement for when Tua comes back in the future. Because if Tua stays healthy, and I understand there's an if, I get that. If Tua stays healthy, we're the best team in the NFL, in my opinion. You could call it what you want. I know I'm a homer. That's fine saying it.
That's definitely a homer take, Steven.
That's fine. I get it. I just we beat what people will perceive to be the best team in the NFL in Buffalo, right? And I understand Philly's undefeated. I
But
understand.
they're going to use the same argument you just used 2 seconds ago. We was running the ball, we was passing the ball, we had 500 yards of something total offense. We just didn't get the job done by putting the ball in the end zone when Josh Allen skip hopped it in the dirt.
Let me ask both of y'all a question. I'll start with Mark. If Miami goes on and wins the next 5 games with Tua,
because they can use the same argument, say if they was healthy, they would have beaten us.
We win the next
Don't give them that ammunition.
Right, hold on, bro. If we win the next 5 games, and Miami ends up being 8-3 going into the West Coast, and let's say Buffalo loses 1 more, right? That puts Buffalo at 2 games losses.
Mm-hmm.
Are we not considered the second best team in the AFC, and maybe even the first, even with 3 losses, if that happens, as long as Tua is healthy?
Depends on what KC and
we're
the
number
rest of
5
them do.
because of the wild card bullshit, but swear jar. But
I hate using the word if, especially after Bonjo just left us and gave us the if thing.
If fans was a can of nuts, we'll all be squirrels.
If Tua returns and plays the next 5 games and we win those next 5 games, like we won the first 3, I mean, how do you not think we're the first or second best team in the AFC, if not NFL?
And let me say,
that's the problem, Steve. See, that's the problem. We're going too far into the future.
Again, then by all means,
he hasn't even played 50% of the season yet. So based on those numbers, you have to factor he's only based on that. Based on the consistency, he's only going to play 8 to 9 games this season based on history.
Let's hope that's not the case. All right, Crypto,
I'm
I got
just
2 more
saying.
people I want to get on before I get you off, brother. You're about to get on a plane.
Safe travels, Crypto.
Be safe, brother.
All right, man. I'll see you on a touchdown.
All right. I love you, man. Be good.
Yep.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We are live at the Marriott Hollywood Beach Hotel. This has been fun this morning. We got 2 more people. Let me bring these both these people on here, and then we can wrap it up and we can get into the hot tub and the pool.
Getting naked.
Well, you know, I don't know if we'll do that, but we'll be close. How about that? All right, who do we got here? Mo Skrilla 305. What's up, man?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, man. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, man. The first time you been on with you guys, talk to you. I'll be listening to your therapy Monday, man. And you need this, man, because it's kind of hard, man. I want to know, like, who is the Miami Dolphins strengthening coach? Because it's like our offensive line, they're so weak, they get pushed back, and our quarterbacks keep going down, man. It's like real ridiculous. Is Greg Little still on the team? Because he should be waived or cut. Because he gave up like 4 sacks alone, man. It's like real ridiculous,
we have
man.
to throw out there, dude.
Like I said, I'm blaming Teddy on some of them sacks, man.
He got sacked 5 times yesterday.
I'm going to blame Teddy on at least 2 of them. At least.
Yeah, because like Teddy did turn into like 2 of them sacks.
Yeah,
I saw that he did turn in 2 of them, but still, like,
he probably didn't want the intentional grounding penalty called on him again. You know, like I said, the game was there was a tight end in that play where he got called for, and we're going back a couple weeks now, but I'm still upset about it. So, yeah, man, Teddy's struggling.
Teddy was kind of rusty, like he was in customer protocol all week. He got out Thursday. He was kind of rusty. He came in. He was the first couple of series he was kind of sloppy with it, but he did settle down, you know. And like it wasn't for Tyreek Hill, man. Like really, like opening up the game for us a little bit. Him, Mike Gesicki, like they had a really great game. And I just say, man, it's frustrating, man, to see your team keep going down over and over again, man. Like, and then our quarterbacks, man. If we could just get a quarterback to stay on the field for a whole season, man, we could really see what our team could do, man. We can't have every year the two are out for 3 to 4 games every year. And like we just can't keep a quarterback, man. It's like real ridiculous. Hello? Hello? You hear me? What happened? Hello? Stevie. I don't know what happened just there. And then our kicker, man, he missing field goals, paying him all that money. He missing field goals, like on and on and on again with the Dolphins, man. But I'm holding on. I'm a true fan. I'm holding on, fans up, and we'll see what we're gonna do for the rest of the season. We got 11 more games, and I know we're gonna turn it around, playoffs, and we'll see where we go from there. Thank you, Stephen, for having me on. Nice to meet you, Mark. And fans up.
All right. I don't know what happened, but we're back live. Hopefully you guys can hear us. Can you hear us? Huh? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Hopefully you guys can hear us and see us, and we're good. Hopefully. Yep. Okay. All right. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock blockers right here on the Miami Sports Music. I just got back up here real quick because I wanted to go back in and we were still live. So I'm just going to end the show. Mark just jumped in the pool and he looks good. He's like ready for it. He is.
Brad would be upset.
Here. He's all wet at the pool. Oh, you look so refreshed right now.
Mondays after fan club weekend are Monday after fan club weekend, Steve, is the most relaxing I ever
It
did.
is. It is awesome, man. Somebody wrote morning show stumbled concussion protocol.
Well, hopefully our spotter's watching. Steven's gonna be forced to be out for 2 weeks if a spotter from North Dakota saw him.
I know, right? Because they don't need to have video whatchamacallit, approve at all.
I didn't see you fall backwards or nothing though, so I don't think you hit your
It's
head.
because I'm sitting down. That's why. All right, man. Final thought, man. What do you want to say about this weekend? About everything? The floor is yours, man. Final thought.
The weekend was amazing. The fans from the UK, Mexico, Germany, Switzerland, Scotland, Canada, all over the United States of America came together and had a quick party on Friday with 100 plus, then a humongous party Saturday with 300 plus. I'm thinking.
Yep.
No losses there. we all had a great game and spent some great time together. So I'm going to call the weekend a win, and I expect to see a team win next week.
Yeah, it should be good.
I'm feeling real good after this Therapy Monday, Steven. I can't thank you enough for having me on here.
Man. I can't thank you enough for allowing me to come up here and hang out, man, and help me do this. We had this awesome view the entire day. I'm mad I got to leave tonight.
Well, I'm not happy about it either, but I'm glad you're coming back Friday.
I know I'm coming back Friday. I'll be back Friday, or maybe I missed my flight tonight, honey. I didn't make my flight. I wasn't able to make it.
Oh, hey, I got to go. I see a Vikings fan drowning in the pool. I'll be back.
All right, man. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. It was a lot of fun hanging out with y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed it this weekend. If y'all need anything, you can always hit me up at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. And I appreciate y'all tuning in today on the #1 morning show for Miami Dolphin fans, Clock Blockers. We will see you all tomorrow on Hot Take Tuesdays. I will have Nikki Smokes up here along with Nando Talk on Tuesdays. We'll recap the game in more depth, and we'll have a good time. Make sure you guys hit the like button, donate to the channel. If you want to donate afterwards, you could always use the Super Thanks or Cash App or PayPal. The link is in the description below. And remember, the first 10 people to donate $10 or more will get fan club patches from NorCal. So make sure y'all do that. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And I will see y'all tomorrow right here on Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Peace.